Good morning. I am knee deep in getting ready for Vacation Bible School, which sounds crazy, but this is the first year that we're limiting registration. We're doing that because of COVID and because we don't know exactly how many volunteers we're going to have and trying to just keep everything as safe as possible. So because we know the numbers, it's easier to actually plan, though I'm going to miss the kids that we're not able to house this summer. As we're doing the planning, I pulled out our VBS binder from last summer and I started looking at, and it's just so amazing how God uses those Bible stories that we picked last summer to be relevant to this summer in a different way. So the first Bible story that we're covering during Vacation Bible School is Daniel and his friends and the special diet that they had as they got ready to serve their Lord. So they had been captive and they had been sent to Babylon, and one of the ways they witnessed was through that special diet and training. While the king was offering them things that they couldn't have according to their religion, they steadfastly kept the training and kept going. It fits perfectly with our VBS theme of the Olympics because you can't go to the Olympics unless you're training, right? I would like to think that next weekend I could just run a marathon when I don't even run a mile right now. But the truth is, these world-class athletes plan for years and years and years, and how crushing it must have been last year during COVID to think that it might get canceled completely. Instead, they had to wait a year, and I was just reading a story about someone who in this year has had a career-ending injury. So they won't make the Olympics. So after training for years, all that training, they're not going to even get a chance at the podium. But their attitude and their demeanor while talking to the interviewer was more like, you know what, these things happen. What I learned during the training was so important that it'll help me for the rest of my life with whatever I do next. I think that's kind of how we are as Christians. We do this training with maybe the goal in sight of earning heaven. And the truth is, that's not how we earn it. We do trainings in spiritual disciplines and learning more about God because it helps us in our daily life. It helps us walk the path, just like Daniel and his friends did. When they were tested, they knew what their faith said, and so they could just easily walk away from those tests. But not only that, they could witness to others. I can't wait to share this story and share the training that our kids can go through at VBS this summer. So if you've thought about volunteering and you're thinking, wow, I could use some more training in my own life, this is a great time to step in and volunteer. If maybe you know of a neighborhood child or a grandchild or someone in your area that could use VBS, we do have about 30 spots left. So we will fill those spots probably by the second or third week of May. I know that if we have an influx of volunteers, then I know that we're probably going to open up for an additional 25 kids. So this is the perfect time to use your training or to gain additional training. I hope that you have a great week, and I hope that maybe this week you'll see how God has used the things He's put you through for His glory and for His kingdom building.